Alright guys, got another trade recap for you today. Today I ended up losing $380 on MES. I took two trades, and yeah, let's go through them. So, first trade, I didn't really have a strong bias for the day. First off, I was kind of waiting to see what price action would give me. I did have session highs and lows marked out, but you know, off market open, we were coming in to this 1 hour bullish fair value gap right here. So that actually happened like 5 minutes after market open, I believe. If I could go back. Yeah, so literally within the first 5 minutes of market open, we came down, pushed into this 1 hour gap right here. Yeah, I just showed you that. I'm dumb. But yeah, once we came into that, we had a bullish reaction out of it. We ended up inversing a 2 minute fair value gap over here. Bang, entered off of this. It might have been on the 1 minute actually I entered. Yeah, end up entering off the 1 minute candle closure above this bearish fair value gap here. As you can see, I was in profit for maybe like a minute, and then I just got cooked. Went straight to my stop loss. This trade was kind of rushed in a sense because I didn't really like. I had session highs and lows marked out, but I just saw us coming this 1 hour. I was like, okay, we're bullish. Um, what I really should have looked at was that we needed a deeper retracement. So on the daily time frame, where price previously broke out, we had this draw on liquidity right here that was also within this daily fair value gap, right? So here's the draw on liquidity where I thought it was for the day, but I failed to actually look on the daily to see where price really wanted to go before we continued to make the move back up. So yeah, I had these previous day lows marked out, like I said, also in that one day or the daily fair value gap. And yeah, got cooked first trade, right? So after that, I was okay. I'm gonna be patient. Like my bias is still bullish. I just wait. I want to wait for us to come down. Because after that, I realized where our draw on liquidity was, right? So I waited for us to come down and sweep out these lows I have marked out. And we did just that. Reacted beautifully off of it. But what I kind of messed up was I realized that, or I didn't realize in the moment that, with my position sizing on ES, I think I bought only three micros, but my stop loss was way too many ticks down, and so like after the first trade, like I said, I lost like 150, and my max risk for the day is usually 250, right? So, um, I thought three micros with a decently sized stop loss, wouldn't be too bad, but it actually was. So, my second trade, my stop loss was at like 250, I believe, or 240, something like that. And I entered off of a 30-second inverse fair value gap after we came down to sweep out these lows. As you can see right here, bang, entered off this. Price barely, or it might have been off this candle actually, yeah. It was this candle. And yeah, just got completely cooked again. I pretty much got top ticked on this one. Um, Not a bad entry. In reality, I wanted to have my stop loss all the way down here, right? Because if I did, price would have eventually came back up. I had my take profit set at these previous highs off that market, off the London highs getting swept, and yeah, my take profit would have eventually gotten hit if I just held the trade, but that's near there. Honestly, I should have just called it a day after my first loss, but I really could have avoided the first loss just because I had the wrong draw on liquidity. I didn't really take the time to analyze the higher time frames to see where price really wanted to go. I just pretty much just was just looking at the lower time frames, which kind of fucked me in a sense. I looked at like the 1 hour, but when you're trying to find your daily bias, you need to be looking on the daily time frame. I usually use the 4 hour most of the time, daily 4 hour, 1 hour is what I usually use. But today I was just like, I guess, trying to rush a trade. Um, yeah, and I just wanted to make some quick money. But that's where patience comes into effect with trading. You need to be patient. Really analyze where your draw on liquidity is going to be for the day. Because if I would have done that, I would have just immediately. I could have taken the shorts play as well. I've seen a lot of people take the shorts play today because it makes a lot of sense now looking at it, right? Because we had London highs up here that came up and got swept. I'm not sure if we formed a SMT on NQ or not, but either way, um, after seeing that, you should have realized that we also disrespected the a 1 hour bullish fair value gap. Um, not off this candle. Oh, with this candle right here, right? So we had this bullish fair value gap right here. It got disrespected towards market or towards New York close yesterday. So I kind of should have made my bias bearish for the day, just because I knew we needed low-key like a deeper retracement, like I said. But I didn't really realize that draw on liquidity was all the way down here until I ended up losing that first trade. So I definitely learned a lot this trade. Definitely learned a lot more than the previous trades I've been taking recently. Just because last week I was on a crazy win streak, ended up making like 1350 last week. So far in this week I'm down roughly 450, I believe. So tomorrow I'm going to be de-risking for sure. I don't want any chance of me wiping out the profits that I made last week. And yeah, I'm just going to take a small win, kind of start trying to build those losses back. Honestly, a $500 win, $400 win tomorrow would be great. That way I'm kind of break even on the week. But I like to not really attach myself to the price. I kind of like to base my take profit based on drawing liquidity, and you guys should too. So me even saying that, I shouldn't be saying that to myself. I shouldn't be focused on a dollar amount because, like I said, you need to be focused on the drawing liquidity, where you think your analysis for the day is going to go, where you think price is going to go. So, yeah, just a bad trading day for me today. Didn't I kind of just rushed into it, like I said. I'm not really upset with my second entry. I like that a lot better than my first entry, simply because I knew that price wanted to come react off of this level. But from now on, I know I need to, when I'm trading MES, I definitely need to cop less micros just because if I want to keep my stop loss lower, I'm going to have to reduce my position sizing. Otherwise, I'm going to be risking way too much. And it's just not worth it with my scaling plan personally, just because I'm only up around 1,000. I actually end up buying another combine today. I forgot to tell you guys. Bought another combine. I'm going to be trying to copy trade on it tomorrow if I see a setup. But yeah, I am on the Express right now just to show you guys that I'm not faking anything. I do have one funded account. So I'm starting trying to scale now. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully I can pass this new one. I am going to be risking a little bit more on the combines just because I know my strategy works. But the thing is, I think I should only be taking A to A plus setups now. I'm done taking B because today's setup was really like a B, especially on the first trade. I'd probably even rank it lower than that. But the second trade was probably B plus. You know what I mean? Not terrible, but after making a huge move down, I knew we probably should have retraced. I waited for a retracement down to here, something into this order block or whatever, and I should have de-risked in my position. Simple as that. That's the great thing about being a trader is that you learn more not only about the markets every day, but about yourself and the mistakes you make, because you guys need to realize the only difference between you and being a profitable trader is the amount of mistakes you make. And I think Aval Trade says something about that. It really put it into perspective for me though, because the only way to learn as a trader is to make mistakes, right? That's why it's not possible for you to be like a profitable trader within a span of a few months, right? Because unless you have an amazing mentor and you are able to stick to your psychology off rip, which is 99.9% of traders cannot do that. You know what I mean? You have to go through these trials and errors, and you have to learn more and more about yourself every day, because once you start journaling and you're keeping track of the mistakes you're making, and you just simply correct them, your progress is just gonna grow exponentially. It's gonna snowball. So that's just something to keep in mind. Don't get frustrated when you lose, because at the end of the day, that is teaching you a lesson. And when you start stacking those lessons, it's like almost increasing your edge at the same time. So that's what I've noticed, right? So like my first year of trading, I knew what my strategy was. I knew the concepts I needed to apply, but I didn't know when to apply them. And my psychology was just so messed up. Like I wouldn't stick to my stop losses. I would revenge trade immediately as I get stopped out, because a lot of the times I would enter a trade, get stopped out less than 5 minutes later, just because I didn't know where my draw on liquidity was, and things like that. And this is stuff that comes with market experience. So this is a little bit of a tangent I'm going on, but I just want to explain to you guys that this is not an overnight process. And like I said, you need to make mistakes to grow as a trader. Otherwise, you're just going to be repeating the same thing over and over again. And yeah, just if you're a new trader, just keep in mind that this takes a lot of time to master. After me watching the charts for hundreds of hours, I still learn something new every day, you know? So just keep that in mind. I really hope you guys crushed it today. Wish I would have paid attention more towards my analysis pre-market. I definitely would have saw that we wanted to go lower. A lot of people took this play, made a bunch of money. It's unfortunate I didn't have the right analysis for the day, but like I said, I learned something new, and I'm gonna come back tomorrow stronger. Didn't let it affect me mentally. Went and had a great day today. I'm gonna do the same thing tomorrow, regardless of the outcome of my trading day. So, other than that, I will see you guys tomorrow. I hope you guys like these trade recaps. I'm gonna be keeping it completely transparent with you. I'm gonna be posting my losses, my wins, and even if I don't take a trade, I'll post why I didn't take a trade. And yeah, you guys have a great night, and I will see you tomorrow.